Okay, another buy from Bidz auction. So this box was listed like new, and I bought two together. They both were like new products, same location. And as you remember, the last one I opened was a complete disaster. Missing parts, didn't work, had been very used. So we're going to see what this one looks like. Okay, let's see together. Okay, good sign. There's boxing. Obviously, there's still plastic wrapping. And this tells me that there's probably most of the parts here. So let's take a look. I'm going to pause the video while I unload some of this. Okay, now it's looking more like it's supposed to. As I pull the product out, I see that the cord is wrapped a little differently. So we'll investigate that further as we get along. And overall, let's see what this product is going to say. So it appears the handle is all intact. Let's see. Oh, look, and there's actually pads with this one. As the other one, we remember, was missing the pads. Okay, so I think I have most of the components, but I'll pull out the instruction sheet to make sure. Okay, there's no instruction sheet, but you can see as the box labels here, this is what it's supposed to come with. And I think we have those three components, so I'm going to take it out of the package and plug it in and see if we can get it to work. My apologies, here is the owner's guide, which will tell us the components. Okay, here we have a list of items that should be included and how they are located on the machine. And then there's just general basic setup rules and suggestions, instructions, safety precautions, troubleshooting, and a warranty. Okay, this might be something to definitely record and send into the company. Okay, as I begin to remove some of the cover, I see that it's wrapped in both portions of what it was probably originally wrapped in to begin with. The tie wrap is not completely wrapped like it probably was the first time. So this tells me someone probably bought the unit, tried it, decided they didn't like it, or maybe just ordered the wrong product. It does still have the original label on the water tank that has not been tampered with or removed. So that's a good sign. So I removed the water cap, and it requires or suggests distilled water. So I have a bottle of distilled water here I'm going to use to pour into it. And as someone who works in a water distillery told me that distilled water is used because all of the minerals and dangerous components of processed water are removed. So that's why most companies suggest or recommend that you use it in your equipment. So I removed the handle from the packaging, and I'm going to attempt to place it. And I apologize, I don't have someone to help record this, so I'm having to pause and wing this on my own today. This is my contribution to society. And I'm going to remove the tie wrapping. Okay, pause for a moment because I needed two hands to remove. And at the same time, I'm going to install connect the foot pedal, the foot portion or the pad portion that actually cleans the floor to the bottom of the unit. simply fill the water through the funnel and use the container that looks kind of foggy on the upper, and I'm sorry, it's clear on the top and it's kind of foggy on the bottom, so that tells me where to fill the water to. Tank has water. Place the lid back on, screw it in while it's tight, and let's plug it in. So now the cord is ready to plug in. There's a neat little attachment here to place the cord so that it's not flopping all over the floor while you're trying to flop. So I've plugged the unit in, and as you can see, the light in the front lit up a nice color of blue. So now it says on the side, pump for steam. So let's see what it does. Let's see how long it takes. I'm going to turn the timer off and see. I just found this neat little lever you can pull up, and it adjusts the size of the handle. So I'm following the instructions that are listed in the manual, and as it says, to fill the water, begin in a mopping motion, and pump. This will produce the steam. So I've been doing this for about 2 minutes. Still not getting any action. So I'm going to try just a little bit longer. Okay, after about 10 minutes, it's just not producing. So this is more of a manufacturer issue with this specific item. Now, if I had purchased the $4 risk factor, I would have had 5 days to return it. Unfortunately, I purchased so many items in bulk at one time. It takes me sometimes a couple of months to go through everything. Get it out, test it, make sure it works before I can use it or list it or give it as a gift. This product here is a total loss. I do not recommend purchasing from this company